Hey, Frugal Force, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty for another episode of Road Rage. For those of you that are new to the channel, Road Rage is where I'm just off the cuff talking, usually while I'm driving. What I do is I put my phone on a hands-free unit there, and I just talk. And it's for more of a conversational thing. It's completely unscripted, and I hope to see your views and you to share something about whatever we chat about in the comments. With that said, whew, man, a lot has been happening, hasn't it? I will say my comic to see list has been moving forward. It's moving slowly, though. I will warn everybody on that. By the way, if you want to help support my comic as well as this channel, be sure to hit like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, give this thing that thumbs up. Evidently, that matters, and comment. That helps it get noticed. But you can also help by going to our Patreon. You can go to the link down below. You can help us with by sponsoring us for just as little as $1 a month, where you get exclusive videos on occasion, as well as sometimes I give Frugal Force gifts. I just give those out, and I sometimes keep them secret. I don't tell who got the gift unless they want me to, specifically. So keep that in mind, so you can be secret if you want to, because maybe you don't want to be known to be connected to Captain Frugal. Also, I have, if you do want to be known to be linked to Captain Frugal, go to my Redbubble, captainfrugal.redbubble.com, and you can get Captain Frugal shirts, clocks, things like that. I'll put that in the info bar as well. So anyway, a lot has been going on in ComicsGate. You know, books getting dropped and people splitting apart. You know what? That's not unusual, though. That's anytime there's growth and change, there's always going to be some quarreling, and that's okay. Without the quarreling, you won't uncover the rocks, as I like to say. You don't cover the rough spots, and everyone will think is honky-dory. But then everything usually gets wiped down when the tidal wave comes. So it's best to have discussions and things. And the best you can hope for is people can get their views out there, can discuss things, and everyone can feel that they matter and they were heard and they had their impact, and then they can work together. Wow, there's a plane flying above me. It's really, really low. That's so cool. Even as a young boy, I used to always think that was super cool, seeing these planes super low and flying above. And as an adult, I still find it absolutely fascinating, because if you think about it, flying, the technology, the human race of having the ability to fly is not really that old of a thing. It's still in recent history. Wow, it's pretty well. Anyway, well, sorry, I completely nerded out. That's a double rainbow, right? That kind of thing. So. Disconnects and things like that. So, the cash grab comic book is on the rocks, if you will. Who knows what's going to come out from that? I'm not pointing any fingers towards anybody, because I get along with all those guys, and I have nothing against any of those guys. I just wish that they could get their grievances taken care of within each other and move past. And, that coins a term sometimes, and it's hard for people to get. It's business. It's not personal. And I know it's very hard when the CG ComicsGate, if you will, movement seems to all be based a little bit on, personal feelings and views and things. Absolutely, and that is true. Because nobody really has a hard definition of what ComicsGate is. Everybody has their own take on it, what it was. And myself included, I do truly believe I might have been the first one to coin the term, and I might not have either. It might have been A.V. Green, possibly too, in his blog. I remember mentioning it, though, in a Henchman's Lounge video for the podcast at one time, because I compared it. I said, I think we're going to have a ComicsGate, comparing it to Gamergate, of what happened there. And my point was there wasn't any... there isn't truth in the comics book media, and that's what I seen in the video game media, and that's why I coined it that. But once again, that thought might have came in my head from seeing something else. So once again, this isn't me saying it's mine. No, plus I don't care. I don't have no care of ownership of the term anyway. So with that said, that's crazy. That's rough. Well, anyway, it's Thursday today, and I seldom ever get to go out and get new comic books on New Comic Book Wednesday. I just, with my schedule and my work, yeah, I said work twice on purpose because I have 2 jobs, full-time and a part-time, and on top of other obligations going on, I don't always have time. But this Thursday, today, I plan on going out and getting some comic books. And one of the things my Patreon viewers says, they want to see more comic book reviews. So I'm going to try to up that a little bit for you, Dick, since that's what you want, and do that. So one of the things I have to either do is I have to buy the book digitally, which I do sometimes. That way I can get the review out, or or go out as soon as possible and get the floppies. There's been a couple occasions where I did both. I would go out and get the physical, get the digital, that way I get the review, and then get the floppy. So depends on what the situation is. But the problem is you can't destroy a floppy. A digital. I'm not going to break my tablet after I read it. But I will destroy a really bad one. I'm waiting. If I get one that's just atrociously bad, it's going to meet a worse fate than what Yellow Flash does when he knifes the comic book. Okay? It will be worse than knifing a comic book. And the reason why I say that is because it's your property. I don't understand all this crying and whining that these SJWs and things have about it. If you purchase it, it's your property. You have the right to do whatever you want with it. How is knifing it really any different than throwing it in the trash can? Really? You're disposing of it either way. So why not have a little fun with it? If it aggravates you, wouldn't it be therapeutic in a way to destroy it? We all find things that are therapeutic. That's a good question, I think, for you guys. People, watching this video, what's therapeutic for you? What do you do to release your anger? So if you're mad, and pent up frustration, what do you do to get rid of that? I used to go home and crank the amplifier up to 11 and shake the walls. But nowadays with kids and things, it's just not doable. For me to do that anymore, so I had to find other means. Some people are video games. I found that quite stress relieving. I haven't done it in a while. I just have not had time. Strap on a headset, put on some kind of shooter game, and get some family members and just have a good time shooting each other, shooting other people. None of us care how good we are. It was just having a good time. What's your stress relief? Sometimes it used to be reading comics. Yeah, I'd sit down and read a good comic book. It's like, oh yeah, it takes me for that escapism. But now, it's almost like you need the stress relief after reading the comic. Especially if you pick up a Marvel comic and some DC. None of them are purely innocent on this. As I said before, I know there's always been politics in comics. Yes, there has been, but it wasn't as ham-fisted. The art was usually good. The stories were much, much better, and it wasn't as frequent at all, and it wasn't always as one-sided. Yes, there was some definitely one-sided stuff. History will show you that by going through. But, as I said, it was more few and far between. Wow. So, it is what it is. But nowadays, it's like, at least back then you could pick up 10 issues and they weren't all going to smack you in the face of politics. Now you pick up 10 issues and maybe 9 of them are telling you how much of a scumbag you are if you voted for Trump. Or even if you had a slightly right of left-wing view. Yeah. So, and don't get me wrong, I don't want the ideology pendulum to swing the other way. I don't want books to be hitting people in the face with all right-wing and conservative perspectives either. That's one of the things I really liked about a lot of Chuck Dixon's writing that he's done and doing, because he's still writing, he's an active great writer, is he would give you points and make you think. That's good writing. Let the reader think and come up with their own. Give them points, make them think. Truly good writing that way. I wish these cars would get out of my way. They're going a little bit slow. Well, I'm early anyway, but I'm gonna pass. This guy's annoying me. Captain Frugal does not drive real slow. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Probably faster than I should. I will admit that. You got to go to that Sammy Hagar song, right? I can't drive 55. Well, I'm on the highway and I can't drive 70, so. Well, anyway, Yeah, I didn't warm up my vocals. It's morning, by the way, so there's no way I'm hitting the Sammy Hagar scream without warming up, just for the record. Okay? It's hard enough if I am warmed up. So, yeah, it's escapism. What do you do to escape? Comics used to be a great escapism. If it's no longer escapism, what do you do now? I think that's going to be the target of this conversation. What is your escapism? Let me know in the comments. Also, since it's, it was New Comic Book Wednesday, what are you reading this month? What did you pick up for this week? I guess Green Lantern #1 is out, so I'm looking forward to getting that. As everybody knows here that's been part of the channel knows that Green Lantern is one of my favorite DC characters. Hal Jordan is, and I like a lot of the other ones too. Jessica Cruz has been moving up the list. But I'm a big Green Lantern fan. I've always liked him, Flash, Wonder Woman, Superman. They were sort of my big ones probably for DC. Yeah, I know I didn't say Batman. I wasn't, the biggest Batman reader. I like Batman. I read some Batman. I love Rob and stuff, so, I don't have anything against that. It was just when I was younger. Didn't read as much Batman, though I did have some. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to picking up. I don't even actually know it's out this week yet. I'm going to have to go online and see, and so I can plan what I'm going to be picking up. And I'll be doing that. And I'll try to make sure I review at least one of those. And I got a big pile of Alterna comics. I'm going to do an unboxing video, which I did. I've already recorded it. I just got to edit it a little bit and throw it up there. I'm doing an unboxing. I got my order of Alterna comics. I'm going to do an unboxing. Then Little Frugal and I are going to be doing some reviews of some of those comics. Some of them I'll review myself based on the content of them. Because the more kid-friendly ones, him and maybe even American Dream are going to be helping me do. All right, guys. Thanks, guys, and ladies and gentlemen, I should say, new subscribers as well as the ones that have always stuck there with me. I truly appreciate you. I haven't been pushing for this before, and I wasn't big into doing this, but I'm going to push it now. I want this channel to grow a little bit. We have. I've seen a little bit of a surge. It's been a slow but steady growth. I don't have these channel growths that have like 500 all of a sudden in one night. I don't get that on my channel, but I get slow and steady. And those are usually people that are going to stick around. They don't just hop in just for the drama and then leave. They stay for the continual content, and that's wonderful. And I like that. Oh, car, come on, you can get behind me. There's plenty of room. There you go. Anyway, I want my channel to be there for the long haul, and I've noticed it's been pretty consistent with a subscriber or two a day. And that's nothing massive. I think that by the end of the year, I'm going to set a goal. I want to hit 2,500 by the end of the year. I'm probably going to fail at that, but I will fail for sure if I don't have your help. Spread the word, spread the channel if you enjoy it. Let people know about the content, and let's see if we can get this to at least 2,500. All right? All right. Thank you, guys. And until next time, keep it frugal.